As a kid growing up in Rancho, Cordova, all Brett Jenkins wanted to do was play baseball. The oldest son of Jack and Patty Jenkins, Brett is part of a baseball family that goes back to when he and brother Jeff engaged in spirited backyard wiffle ball games that often went past dusk. Jeff went on to play in the big leagues, and it wasn't long before these two became known as Cordova's Bash Brothers. Brett was first on the scene and showed early baseball promise in Rancho Cordova Little League. He was a pitcher shortstop, and as an 11-year-old, finished second in a district hit-a-thon with a wallop of 162 feet. Next stop was Mitchell Junior High, where Brett played football while playing a year or two of senior Little League. But by his sophomore year, Brett became a hitting machine, and the bat rarely stayed on his shoulders. As a junior, he batted .378, made the All-League and All-City team, and led Coach Guy Anderson's Lancers to the section title. But that was a mere warm-up for an encore performance as a senior. Nobody could get this guy out. In fact, during one 3-game stretch, Brett Jenkins went 9 for 9 and was named California State Player of the Month. And along the way, he had a 22-game hitting streak that boosted his average to an otherworldly .647. Wow! And speaking of hitting, Jenkins' 68 base hits that year set a new state high school record, breaking the previous mark of 62 by Lancer great Scott Sellner. Another proud moment for Mom, and a feat that did not go unnoticed by Sports Illustrated that featured Brett in its Faces in the Crowd section. When his senior season ended, Brett Jenkins put up some robust numbers. An area-leading .557 average, 10 home runs, 44 RBI, and 19 steals in 21 attempts. First-team All-City shortstop, Sacramento Bee Player of the Year, and MVP of the California North-South All-State Series. As for Mom and Dad, well, they couldn't be happier. That's because the University of Southern California offered Brett a full-ride baseball scholarship. And picking up right where he left off at Cordova, Brett Jenkins torched Pac-10 pitching for a .345 average and was named Freshman All-American. As a junior, Brett led the Trojans to a 46-17 record, batted .375, and was named Junior All-American and Team MVP. Drafted by the Montreal Expos, Brett Jenkins played in the Expos, Giants, and Milwaukee organizations during 8 years in the minor leagues. And how about this? In his final season as a pro, Brett came home and batted .365 with the Western Baseball League's Sacramento Steelheads. Today, Brett is Dean of Students and head baseball coach at Arizona Compass Prep Academy in Chandler, where he continues to follow his passion, training and developing baseball players, many of whom play college and pro baseball. Along the way, Brett devotes time to his own family and kids, Sloan, Nick, and Sailor. And these days, the entire Jenkins family still finds time to get together and enjoy life and, yes, talk a little baseball too. Pretty much how Mom and Dad envisioned it all those years ago. The Jenkins family, by the way, is growing by one as Brett's fiancée, Natalie, is here with us tonight. Brett's most important life lesson? To be successful, it takes hard work, discipline, and perseverance. Be willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. For Brett Jenkins, a successful career both on and off the field, with a stopover tonight in Rancho Cordova for his induction into the Rancho Cordova Sports Hall of Fame.